Hello everyone, welcome to Chopcode, your go-to destination for in-depth coding tutorials. I am Sagar and I am thrilled to embark on this exciting journey with you. Before we dive in, let us talk about what .NET MAUI is. In this tutorial series, we'll be delving deep into .NET MAUI, exploring its features, understanding its architecture, and creating amazing applications. We'll start with the basics, making sure everyone has a solid foundation before we move on to more advanced concepts. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you do not miss any of our upcoming tutorials. If you have any questions or specific topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to leave a comment below. Let us start with the introduction to .NET MAUI. Before moving about the introduction, let us discuss about the prerequisites. So to learn about .NET MAUI, you should have a basic knowledge of C Sharp and a basic knowledge of Xamarin.Forms. So if you have a basic knowledge of C Sharp, it will be good for you to understand the concepts of .NET MAUI because the backend we'll be using is the C Sharp. And if you have previously worked on Xamarin.Forms, it will be very easy for you to grasp the concepts of .NET MAUI as it is an evolution of Xamarin.Forms only. But this is an optional part. If you do not know anything about Xamarin.Forms, don't worry. .NET MAUI is built from scratch, so we'll cover each and every concept so that you will have a better understanding about the technology. Now let us start the introduction of .NET MAUI. So what is .NET MAUI? .NET Multi-Platform App UI is a cross-platform framework for creating native mobile app and desktop applications with C Sharp and XAML. Using .NET MAUI, you can develop apps that can run on Android, iOS, Mac OS, and Windows from a single shared code base. As I said, it is an evolution of Xamarin.Forms. And if you have previously used Xamarin.Forms to build cross-platform user interfaces, you'll notice many similarities between .NET MAUI. However, there are also some differences. Using .NET MAUI, you can create multi-platform apps using a single project, but you can add platform-specific source code and resources if necessary. So one of the key aims of .NET MAUI is to enable you to implement as much of your app logic and UI layout as possible in a single code base. That's why it enables us to write shared UI layout, code, tests, and business logic across platforms. Now let us move forward and discuss about the architecture of .NET MAUI. So this is the high-level diagram of the .NET MAUI architecture. As you can see, .NET MAUI unifies Android, iOS, Mac OS, and Windows APIs into a single API that allows a write once and run anywhere developer experience. .NET 6 or greater provides a series of platform-specific frameworks for creating apps. .NET Android, iOS, Mac OS, and Windows library. These frameworks all have access to the same .NET base class library, also called as BCL. This library abstracts the details of the underlying platform away from your code. The BCL depends on the .NET runtime to provide the execution environment for your code. For Android, iOS, and Mac OS, the environment is implemented by the Mono runtime, and on Windows, .NET Core CLR provides the execution environment. While BCL enables app running on the different platforms to share common business logic, the various platforms have different ways of defining the user interfaces for an app, and they provide varying models for specifying how the elements of a user interface communicate and interoperate. In .NET MAUI app, you can write code that primarily interacts with the .NET MAUI API. .NET MAUI then directly consumes the native platform APIs. In addition, app code may directly access platform APIs as well if required. So it's up to you. When you are writing a shared code, so you'll be directing interactive the .NET MAUI APIs. But if you are into some situation where you specifically need to access the platform specific code, so you can also write the app specific code related to the specific platforms. So this is the power of .NET MAUI. So we'll continue our journey in our upcoming videos. If you have any doubts till now, please shoot it in comments. We'll try to resolve it in upcoming videos. So that's all in this video. Thank you for joining me in this exciting .NET MAUI adventure on Job Code. I'll see you in the next video.